Hi friends! In this video, we will see how to route calls on the basis of DDI numbers provided on ISDN lines. There are two types of ISDN lines: A. PRI, B. BRI. PRI consists of two primary rates, 23B plus 1D for T1 carrier and 30B plus 2D for E1 carrier. An E1 PRI line provides 30 channels. This means 30 simultaneous calls can be made using a PRI trunk. Let us understand about DDI routing on the PRI trunk, which is inserted in matrix ip-pbx eternity. Direct dialing in, DDI, is an ISDN feature which allows the caller to call on a particular extension directly without intervention of the operator. Please ensure following details from the PRI service provider before you begin configuring the DDI numbers in eternity. Pilot number. This is the main number of the PRI line. DDI numbers. Range of directory numbers provided. DDI number of digits. This is number of digits to be used for the directory numbers. Based on the user requirement, there can be multiple scenarios for configuration. To begin with, let's discuss one scenario. In this scenario, range of DDI numbers is programmed in the same sequence as the flexible numbers in the eternity. For example, the pilot number 341662200 is offered by the service provider. The DDI numbers provided are 20 and DDI number of digits is 2. Extensions range from 200 to 219 in eternity. For configuring the DDI routing, log in to System Configurator, Jeeves, in System Engineering mode. On the left side of the screen under Configuration, click on the T1-E1 configuration. For the T1-E1 port, you select on the T1-E1 port parameters page. Ensure that the T1-E1 port enabled checkbox is selected. In carrier type and signal type, make sure E1 and PRI are selected. In orientation type, make sure terminal is selected. In treat incoming call as, make sure trunk is selected. For outgoing reference ID, set ID as 01. Here, outgoing reference ID is the number that acts as identifier to the translation logic programmed in the OG reference table. Now you would ponder, what is this new term, OG reference table? The OG reference table is a set of general features that define the logic of building the DDI number for an extension, initiating a call, and sending it to the network. Set incoming, IC, reference ID for working hour, WH, break hour, BH, and non-working hour, NH, as 01. Here, the incoming reference ID also acts as an identifier to the logic programmed in IC reference table, which further defines the logic of resolving an incoming call and placing on the target DDI extension. For Trunk Features template, assign template ID as 01. Click Submit to save. Further click on the outgoing reference ID for configuring outgoing DDI routing. On the DDI routing outgoing reference table, assign OG reference ID as 01, as this value is assigned on the T1-E1 port parameters page. Channel count is the total number of channels used for making outgoing calls. Here, all 30 channels are used. In the ISDN number, program installation number provided from service provider. Here, it is 341662200. In DDI routing reference ID, assign ID as 01. Click Submit to save. Now click on the DDI routing reference ID, which will navigate to DDI routing table. In the DDI routing table, assign DDI routing reference ID as 01, as this value is assigned on the DDI routing outgoing reference table. In the start DDI number, assign 200, as the range of DDI numbers are starting from this. In total DDI numbers, program 20, as this DDI range is to be mapped. In the DDI number of digit, program 2, as the DDI numbers supported by service provider are 20. In port type, give flexible number, as in this scenario, extension numbers are to be mapped with DDI numbers. In start DDI flexible number, assign 200 as extension number. Here, DDI mapping is done where DDI number is 341-662200 to 341-662219 is mapped with flexible extension numbers ranging from 200 to 219 in eternity. Click Submit to save. Next, click on the Incoming Reference ID for configuring incoming DDI routing. On the DDI routing incoming reference table, assign IC reference ID as 01, as this value is assigned on the T1E1 port parameters page. Total channel count is 30, which are to be used for allowing 30 simultaneous calls routing to the system. In DDI routing reference ID, assign ID as 01. The same DDI routing table will be referred for incoming and outgoing DDI mapping. If Route on First Destination checkbox is selected, the call will always land on the first extension of the MSN number, else if it is not selected, then it will be routed to the identified target extension. Here, the checkbox is not selected. Ring timer indicates duration for which extension will get a ring when called. By default, it is 45 seconds. Configuring when no reply and when busy. If the DDI station does not reply, or if it is busy, the system checks parameter for processing the call further. As per option selected, system does one of the following. Disconnect the call. Route to TLG, trunk landing group. Greet and disconnect. Greet and route to TLG. Route to VMS. Configuring trunk features template. Trunk feature template is given to each DDI routing table. It allows user to assign auto attendant feature time zone wise. Click Submit to save. Above settings are done for displaying mapped DDI number when outgoing call is being made and for routing incoming call to mapped DDI number respectively. This is how the DDI mapping is to be configured with above given scenario. Hope you are now clear with the DDI routing. Thank you for watching this video. For further queries, please contact Matrix Technical Support Team.